later, but things have really been starting to ramp up over the last few hours, so I decided I would go live to let you guys know about what's happening. And we also do have a pretty big winter storm currently ongoing in my neck of the woods as of right now, and that is mainly because we are going to be seeing that potential for some pretty big snowfall. I'm just going to quickly go ahead and do something real quick, but like I said, we are definitely going to need to be watching this weather very closely over the next few hours. And like I said, I went a little live. I went a little live earlier than what I was expecting, but like I said, things are really starting to ramp up, so I decided I would go ahead and go live right now. All right, but yeah. And we also do have a pretty big winter storm ongoing as of right now in my neck of the woods. So if we check this out, I think I'm going to go ahead and go outside after I put my hat on. I'm going to go ahead and put my hat on right now, just so that way you guys can see. But yeah, got my hat on right there. We are currently seeing some pretty big snow outside. Check that out, guys. Lots of ongoing as of right now. Pretty big snow and ice, not gonna lie. We got some, and it's already starting to accumulate on my surface, as you guys can see. And if you're wondering where I am in southwest Indiana. This is an area that is currently experiencing that heavy snowfall, and we are, like I said, just continuing to see this snowstorm really starting to ramp up this morning, and then of course it will change over to some freezing rain over the next couple of hours, so we'll definitely continue to watch it closely as this does look to be a pretty big winter storm. Let's see here, which state is this? This is southwest Indiana, Jordan. I really appreciate you joining me, by the way, and like I said, we got that big winter storm currently ongoing in my neck of the woods as of right now, and so we definitely do need to continue to keep an eye on that storm closely, because so far we gotten about 2 inches of snowfall so far. If we check that, yeah, our whole sidewalk is pretty much covered in snow right there, and so yeah, we're definitely keeping an eye on this winter storm very closely, as we already been picking up about 2 inches of snow so far, and that's why we are going to continue to keep an eye on it, as I do think we could even see a couple more inches of snowfall over the next few hours, and then like I said, we'll change over to some freezing rain over the next couple of hours, so that's definitely something we are going to continue to watch closely. Hey there, so thanks for stream. If you're just joining, we are currently tracking this winter storm in my neck of the woods as of right now. I'm also going to go back to my studio and kind of weather update by filming my screen, and that is definitely going to be something that I'm going to let you guys know about in just a second. But like I said, though, we do got that winter storm ongoing. You guys can probably tell it's already starting to accumulate. Very heavy snowfall. Looks like it's going to continue for the next couple of minutes or so. And I'm going to go back inside for right now, because we're going to go ahead and talk about something, and of course we also will be giving you guys an update on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to my monitor over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and take off my hat or put on my things. I'm just gonna quickly go ahead and make sure everything's working. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure it was, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up models now, so that way we can take a look at those. And yeah, so if we take a look at these models, starting off with the National Weather Service model, which is pretty much the National Weather Service's forecasts between either seeing this much rain, this much snow. So let's go ahead and take a look at that freezing rain, and we're gonna go ahead and move my camera. So yeah, if we take a look at how much freezing rain the National Weather Service is expecting as of right now, we're gonna go ahead and go to winter, and we're gonna go to freezing rain, and we're gonna go ahead and take this forward a little bit. Let's go ahead and go to states, or regions rather, and let's go ahead and select the Ohio Valley. So yeah, as you guys can see right there, we are expecting some pretty big ice amounts, probably talking right around a half an inch of freezing rain over there in Virginia, talking a little bit of freezing rain even over there into West Virginia, and then as you continue to head west, we even start to see maybe a rate around a half an inch over there across the lower Ohio Valley too as well, and then we also see some pretty big ice amounts even over here in Missouri too as well. So this is definitely going to be something to keep an eye on, as even Evansville, Louisville over there, Lexington, even over there in the West Virginia is definitely looking like an area to really watch closely for, as those areas are likely to pick up over a half an inch of freezing rain. Let's see here. This is specifically for weather and the serious topic. That is correct, Jordan. If you read my guidelines, which that was actually included in them, I really appreciate that, my friend. I really appreciate you letting me or letting them know in the chat about that, because yeah, they're not really being very nice, are they? But anyway, though, we definitely got to watch, like I said, for some pretty big ice amounts, especially around there in the lower Ohio Valley, where we could be seeing over a half an inch of freezing rain. We also do have some snow to also watch for, as we do have the potential for possibly over an inch of snowfall down here in Kentucky, even over there into Virginia. We also got some pretty big amounts to watch for even over here in Kansas, and even parts there in Missouri, and back in Illinois, Indiana. You guys could definitely pick up quite a bit of snowfall too as well over the next couple of hours. So make sure you all are being on high alert. This is definitely something to, like I said, continue to watch for over the next few hours, as this is definitely looking like a pretty big winter as it is getting ready to roll on through. So yeah, that's the weather update for both the freezing rain and as well as your snowfall totals, and this is pretty much from the National Weather Service, if you guys are wondering about that. So yeah, definitely looking like we're going to be seeing quite a bit of snowfall anywhere from Kansas all the way over there into the lower Ohio Valley, as lots of areas are likely to see over a foot of snowfall, and some areas even likely to pick up over a half an inch as well of freezing rain. So that will definitely be something to keep an eye on closely, as I do think we could be seeing some pretty high amounts, like I said. So make sure to be weather aware. So yeah, if you guys got any questions, feel free to leave those down in the chat, as we are going to continue to stay live. Like I said, we are definitely going to continue to track that winter storm, even in my neck of the woods. And if you guys hear that noise, I can actually go ahead and show you guys. We actually got our burning wood stove also running right now, keeping our house very warm from the winter storm that's likely to roll on through. So this is definitely going to be something to be aware about, my friends. Worst case scenario for today is that we do end up seeing power outages here in my neck of the woods. I just gotta go ahead and pull this up. All right. Alright, just wanted to show you guys about my neck of the woods if you guys were curious about that, because like I said, we are talking potentially over a half an inch of freezing rain, and like I said, we're even seeing a lot of heavy snowfall as of right now in my neck of the woods. So we definitely gotta continue to watch it very closely over the next few hours, as I do think we could be seeing, like I said, over a half an inch of freezing rain in some of those areas. As I'm still trying to find where we're to find it. Okay. All right, there we go. I found it now. Just wanted to find the thing, but yeah, so like I said, for my neck of the woods, like I said, I live down there in southwest Indiana, currently expecting quite a bit of snowfall down there in Evansville. Ice accumulation, we will likely see anywhere from about a half an inch of freezing rain up there towards 3/4 down there in parts there of southern Indiana, including those areas close to Louisville. And the farther north you go, especially up there towards Indianapolis, you guys could also be seeing quite a bit of snowfall and, yeah, maybe even a little bit of freezing rain in some cases. So make sure you guys are all being weather aware, like I said, especially down here in Kentucky and as well as southern Indiana, especially near the Evansville area. So, yeah, we'll definitely continue to keep an eye on that closely. And if you haven't liked the stream already, make sure to give a thumbs up as well, guys. That would be much appreciated, as we just reached 1,000 subscribers, and we need to really help get the word out to everyone. This is, like I said, going to be a pretty big deal throughout today and as well as into tomorrow. So we definitely really got to keep an eye on it closely, as things are definitely going to start ramping up. Sorry, I just was talking to my sister. But anyway, though, we definitely are tracking that. Here's another look at what's happening outside my house right now. And once again, we got that heavy snowfall currently falling right now. And yeah, kind of impressed that it has been getting heavier and heavier over the past few hours. And so I'm definitely watching this. And like I said, if you guys got any questions, chat, make sure to leave that down in the chat. As I said, we are going to continue to stay live, and we also will continue to even track you guys even over there into the other parts. So yeah, we'll definitely continue to keep an eye on that closely. And just here's another update on the winter storm that's even rolling on through parts there of the Midwest, because once again, we got a lot of areas to really keep an eye on, especially given the fact that we even got those winter storm warnings in effect as of right now. Because you can see we got that big swath there of winter storm warnings, and that pretty much includes areas anywhere from Kansas all the way back over there into West Virginia. So make sure you all are being on high alert in that area, including those areas even down there towards southern Illinois, western Kentucky, and southern Missouri, where we even got some ice storm warnings also in effect. And same with you guys over there in Kansas and Missouri, where we also got those blizzard warnings in effect too as well. So yeah, make sure you guys are all being on high alert in that area. We will continue to keep you guys updated with the latest on those areas. As like I said, we just got a lot of things to cover for today. Not really looking good for a lot of people out there. And like I said, subscribing and clicking that not like button would really help spread the word out to everyone, which would be much appreciated if you guys could do that. So we definitely will, like I said, continue to watch it. I'm glad we haven't lost power yet, but like I said, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go live on my mobile, is because we, like I said, are tracking that winter storm around, and I just really hope you guys are all being weather aware about this. Like I said, it's definitely one of those types of storms that can really do pretty much anything that you can think of. So that's one of the reasons why we are going to continue to watch it closely. And like I said, if you guys got any questions to leave down in the chat, feel free to do that. As like I said, we are definitely keeping an eye on the weather very closely. And of course, like I said, we even got that snowfall still around as well. Currently, still seeing that snowfall outside, as you guys can see, even looking a little heavier than what it did during the past few minutes. But fortunately, though, we have not gotten to the point where we are dealing with ice yet. Let's see here. Thank you for joining me, Brinky. I think that's how you pronounce your name. But whatever your name is, thanks for joining me. Much appreciated. Like I said, we got that. Then like I said, that we are going to continue to keep an eye on, as things are already piling up really fast. I think so far my area has gotten about 2-3 inches of snowfall so far, and that's why we are going to continue to watch it very closely over the next few hours, especially if things really start to pick up, because this is definitely looking like one of those storms to really keep an eye on, especially because we are going to be also that potential for some pretty big snowfall over the next few hours. And if you're just joining, we are going over this winter storm that's currently ongoing in my neck of the woods. Like I said, we are really keeping an eye on it, as we are even going to be tracking that potential for even some sleet and freezing rain as we get into the next few hours, especially as we get into the afternoon as well. So I really hope you guys are all being weather aware out there, especially because this is going to continue to be a pretty big issue. So yeah. Let's see here. Shaken Lake says, "What's up?" Hey there, Shaken Lake. Thanks for joining my live stream. I am doing good. Like I said, we are tracking that winter storm over here in my neck of the woods, and yeah, pretty heavy snowfall. Even the wind has been blowing it, causing very low visibility in my area in southwest Indiana, and we also even have some pretty big freezing rain that's also going to be ongoing in just a little bit, and I can show you guys that. You guys can probably even hear the snowfall right now, as we currently got that ice around. Let's see here. Congratulations on 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, thank you so much for the support, Meyer. I really do appreciate that. Let's see here. Nice. We haven't had any snow yet in Dayton. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be coming up to your area, my friend. I think your area is expected to get about, well, when I looked at the forecast last, it sounds like you could probably pick up around a half a foot of snowfall, my friend. Make you are keeping an eye on the weather too, while Shaken Lake. Thank you so much for joining my live stream. And yeah, really getting heavy. Look at that. We're talking very heavy snow now. Holy moly. Oh my gosh, already blowing into my face right now. that was wild when that happened. Very heavy snowfall ongoing, and like I said, some of it even just started blowing into my face right now. That was wild. Let's see here. Can't wait. And yeah, I can't wait too as well. This is pretty exciting. As soon as I saw this happen, so I just got all that snowfall already pouring on my house right now, and once again, we got a lot of snowfall so far. And if we look at the sidewalk, we picked up about 2 inches of snowfall so far. Almost all the grass is covered as well, and so that's definitely pretty wild to see. Pretty wild to see that snow just keep getting heavier and heavier, and of course it's gonna keep accumulating as that. And like I said, we're also watching for that freezing rain this afternoon, which will be hours after all this heavy snow to still roll on through. Wow. Yeah, like I said, just keeps snowing harder every time I look at it. Still really picking up over there. Think we're talking snowfall rates of about 1 inch per hour. Well, it's definitely on the heavier side of things, though, and if you check out back here, we're actually seeing that wind kind of blow that snowfall around, and that's why you're seeing that snow kind of go like that, which means low visibility due to blowing snow in some areas, because winds aren't terribly high, not enough to issue a blizzard warning, but it's definitely at the point to where we definitely got to watch this area very closely, as like I said, we're even going to be seeing that freezing rain this afternoon, and that's why I didn't want to go live on my computer, because I was afraid we were going to lose power. But let's see here. Some places could pick up 18 inches of snow. I know. I just looked at that a second ago, and I think I'm gonna go back inside again, because it's getting really cold out there with all that heavy snowfall around. And yeah, let's give you guys another update on my computer. And so we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. So let's see. We're going to go there, and we're going to go to this. We're going to go to the National Weather Service forecast for snowfall. And like I said, you are right, my friend. Some areas could definitely pick up to 10 inches of snowfall in some areas. Definitely something to even watch for over there in Kansas City, as those areas could also pick up a lot of snowfall too as well, because we're actually seeing that potential for maybe even up to a foot of snowfall, maybe even up there towards 2 feet. So yeah, like I said, definitely something to really keep an eye on, as this is definitely looking like a pretty dangerous winter storm, as we even got a lot of snowfall to go. And if you're still here, Shaken Blake, your area is expecting right around a half a foot. Could you live up? Because you told me you lived up there in that Cincinnati, Dayton area. So yeah, make sure you're being well aware, my friend. As that snowfall rolls on through, you'll likely be picking up anywhere from around a half a foot of snowfall to possibly up there towards a foot. So it's always best to be weather aware when things are definitely really starting to ramp up. Let's see here, and 1 inch of ice, yes. 1 inch of ice will also be a possibility, as we do have even some ice storm warnings also in effect, especially for those areas down there in the Lower Ohio Valley too as well, because, I mean, it's not gonna be like the most devastating ice storm that has ever occurred, but some areas, like what you said, my friend, may pick up close to 1 inch of ice. So it will definitely be something to keep an eye on, as we even got those winter storm warnings in effect as well. Let's see here. Unfortunately, I won't be getting any snow from the system here in Newton Highlands, Massachusetts. Yeah, you're kind of far north from where this system will be tracking, so I think you're gonna be fine, my friend. The only thing that you may have to worry about in your area is gonna be the temperatures. It looks like your area in Massachusetts will be seeing those temperatures in the 20s and even the teens and even the single digits in some of those areas. So your temperatures are definitely going to be your biggest concern, despite seeing no snow. And if you're just joining, we are currently tracking a major winter storm across those areas, anywhere from Kansas all the way back over there into Ohio, and as well as West Virginia, as we currently got that potential for up to a foot of snow in some areas, and even that potential for even some ice as well, as we could be seeing ice up to 1 inch as well. So if you haven't gotten an idea yet, make sure to be prepared right now, or at least getting prepared right now, because this ice storm is really going to start ramping up over the next few hours. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and go outside again, because like I said, it just starts snowing even harder and harder every time I look at this, and oh my goodness, That is a lot of snowfall. Check that out. A lot of heavy snowfall already coming down in my neck of the woods. This is quite wild, my friends. Quite wild for my area. Think we picked up now over 2 inches of snowfall. Now that the snowfall rates have now picked up a little bit. So definitely looking interesting to say the least. As like I said, the snowfall rates in my area are really going up, and that's why we're really seeing all that heavy snowfall around. And yeah, you guys can just see that happening. So yeah, definitely quite wild to say the least. And we also got a fire already started in our house too as well. Currently heating up our house. The temperature of our house has been climbing quite a bit. We're making sure it really gets heated up during our winter storms. That way our house can stay warm, because if we were to lose power, then we will still be able to keep our house warm, because we got a burning wood stove that we can use for that. So yeah, definitely gonna be something to really keep an eye on, like I said. And yeah, I'm kind of getting a little cold right now, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and sit by the fire for a little bit, and it's just right over there beside me. But yeah, definitely something that we should be using during our ice storm to really keep our house warm. Feels pretty good, because like I said, I'm really cold right now, and we just really could use this heat. And if you guys got any questions to leave down in the chat, feel free to leave anything down in the chat, as we, like I said, are going to continue to stay live. And yeah, we definitely will continue to watch this winter storm as it continues to even roll into parts there of Ohio too as well, which is going to be another area to really keep an eye on, especially given the fact that we will also be seeing that potential for even some pretty heavy snowfall as well. So like I said, definitely make sure you guys are all being weather aware out there. And like I said, I'm not going to be live for the whole thing, but I will try to stay live as long as I can, though, just so that way you guys can get a good idea about what to expect. And like I said, I was kind of afraid we were going to lose power. I don't know if we were going to lose power right now, but like I said, by the time that freezing rain starts this afternoon, that's when I was really afraid we would lose power. So that's why I would rather go live on my mobile than on my computer, so that way we don't have to worry about just a boom in my live stream and all said and done. And it's a little bit different on my mobile, because I can pretty much be live anytime I want, including when I don't have as much service. And yeah, it still works for me. But here's another update, though, on the winter storm that we are currently tracking right now. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up Weather-Wise, the app that I like to use during my live coverage. And we're going to go ahead and look at a few things on there, including travel impacts, just so you all get a good idea on what to expect out there. So yeah, if we look at Weather-Wise, we're going to go ahead and go to outlooks. We're going to go to travel impacts. Let's go to travel impacts. And yeah, so for the overall impacts for today, we do have some extreme impacts likely to unfold there across the Lower Ohio Valley, especially across southern Indiana, and as well as parts there in northern Kentucky, likely to see some extreme impacts. Even those areas, even over there into parts there of Missouri, also likely to get some pretty good snowfall as well, which could definitely cause some major impacts, and of course that will be enough to really delay a lot of stuff. So make sure you guys are all be being prepared out there, because this is definitely something that could really start ramping up over the next few hours. And if you compare that to tomorrow, moderate impacts continue across some of those areas, with still some minor impacts even across there of the lower Ohio Valley. And then for day 3, we see those ice impacts start to ramp up again and become moderate again due to another thing that we'll be tracking. And then for day 1 through 3, I wish they had this, but it's not really looking like anything concerning as of right now. Now, what about the impacts caused by freezing rain? We got major impacts to worry about over there in Missouri, with widespread moderate impacts also likely across those areas that also see some pretty good amounts of freezing rain. What about impacts from snow? So for snow amount, we will likely see those minor impacts far down to the south, with some major impacts over there across Missouri and as well as Kansas, as we will likely be seeing close to 2 feet of snow in some areas. And then on day 3, thankfully most of that snow will taper off, because we'll be talking a little bit of minor impacts. And then if you do it from day 1 through 3, which is overall, then yeah, we're talking some pretty big impacts across the region. And if you guys got anything else you guys want to leave down in the chat, feel free to do that. Like I said, I'm not going to be live for this whole thing, but I am hoping that we can get the information out to everyone. And like I said, the best way to do that is to subscribe, and as well as click that like button down below, so that way you guys can help spread the word out to everyone. Definitely very important, to say the least. So that would definitely be something to do, as things are definitely going to start to ramp up. Yeah, and not only will we be watching that, we also got severe weather as well, guys. We also got severe weather to also keep an eye on closely, as we do currently have ourselves an enhanced risk for severe weather, including a 10% hatched risk for tornadoes, which now means we could be seeing tornadoes EF2 or greater, which I was not surprised about that at all when I was doing my video this morning. So definitely more of an elevated tornado threat to look out for right there. We also do got ourselves a 30% chance for damaging winds of 80 to 90 miles per hour, and of course we even got a pretty big risk for some large hail. Not the highest, so obviously not going to be the worst, but definitely at the point to where we must watch it closely, as we could be seeing that potential for some large hail, and as well as some tornadoes, like I said. So make sure you all are being on high alert over there in Mississippi, Louisiana, and as well as Arkansas. And if you guys got any questions to leave down in the chat, feel free to leave anything. Feel free to leave any questions you have down in the chat, as I will definitely answer those. It looks like Ryan Hall, y'all, is also going to be going live for this event too as well. Like I said, I'm really worried that we might be out of power. I'm kind of complaining about it a little bit. I really wanted to go live for this, but with the potential of power outages, I am really concerned about the power potentially going out during the middle of my live stream. So like I said, I won't really be able to go live for this, unfortunately, because of the potential for long power outages, but I will definitely try to stay live though on my mobile though, especially because it's just the best I can do so far. Which, like I said, I'm kind of complaining about it. And like I said, make sure to leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel so that way we can help spread the word out to everyone. It doesn't look like we're getting out the information to all people yet, but like I said, make sure to do that so that way we can help spread the information out to everyone. And, of course, another thing that will help as well is to share the stream. Anyone who you know, make sure to share it with them so that way they know what to do whenever there's an ice storm around. And, of course, make sure to be on high alert, even if you are at risk for tornadoes, which we do have that chance for strong tornadoes even across the deep south and southeast. Let's see here. First time tuning in, listen to you a while. I got a bite to eat this morning. You're really good at what you do, and you have an easy voice to listen to. Great job. Thank you so much, my friend. I really do appreciate you joining my live stream. That is a great thing to say when you also first join a live stream too as well. Much appreciated. So make sure to continue to stay tuned for more. But yeah, we also got, let's go ahead and look at radar now. We're gonna go ahead and go pull up radar. And this is mainly just to show you guys that we are dealing with a lot of rain and also a lot of snowfall across the region. So let's go ahead and pull up the radar, and where you see those areas of heavier rain, that indicates heavier snowfall. And like I said, I pretty much live right there in that area, and yeah, we're pretty much seeing very heavy snowfall continuing across Evansville, Owensboro, even back over there towards Mount Vernon, where we got those heavier rates of heavy snowfall. 'Cause like I said, this all that you see is heavy snow. That's just without showing the snow. So we're pretty much talking heavy rain, but we are talking heavy snow instead due to how cold it is outside. Wow, let's go check this out. It looks like we just got even more snowfall now. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow, look at that. Whole grass slowly covered in snowfall now. Holy moly. This is wild, guys. My whole grass just got covered in snowfall now. Just check that out. Check that out. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy. And like I said, I think we got about 2 inches of snow. So turning my pretty much covering my whole entire yard, just completely covered. Let's see here. How much snow was that? That is about 2 to 4 inches of snowfall, depending just depending on where you live. But for me though, we gotten about 2 inches of snow. Wow, check that out. It's still really good snowfall rates still coming down. That's definitely a lot right there, to say the least. Lots of snow coming down in my neck of the woods. Let's see here. Is the get of the snow because it started about 2 morning, and it's not supposed to end for another like 2 hours. So I would probably say the middle of it. We're still kind of in the middle of it. But as we get into the next hour, we'll be closer to the end of it. But yeah, even though we are getting closer to the end, we still got a lot of heavy snowfall to come. This is just wild to look at. Wow, like I said, we got a lot of snowfall out there still. Definitely looking quite wild out there due to how heavy the snowfall is, and so yeah, we're definitely gonna keep an eye on it. But yeah, um, back over here to the radar again. We still, like I said, are currently tracking that heavy snowfall around across this big area over there that you see. We still got the potential for, like I said, a lot of snowfall to still come over the next few hours across those areas in Illinois, Indiana, and as well as Kentucky. So we definitely got to continue to watch it, as I do think we could even be seeing some pretty big snowfall. Let's see here. How much are you expecting? Our area is expected to get about anywhere from 4 to 6 inches of snow, which is quite a bit for where we live. So yeah, once again, definitely quite wild. Whoa, look at that. Very heavy snowfall. Very, very heavy snowfall. I think I'm actually going to go outside right now. Whoa, that was a lot. Holy crap. That was a lot of snowfall, guys. A lot of snowfall coming down. Like I said, this is pretty heavy snow rates. We're talking like literally like 2 inches of snow per hour or something like that. This is just wild to look at. That was a lot of snow. Like I said, we probably picked up about 2 to 3 inches of snowfall so far, and some of it is already flying onto my face, as you can probably see right there. Just gotta wipe it off because I'm already getting covered in snowfall right now. That's just wild, like I said. Just wild snow. Yeah, and that is definitely looking quite crazy, for sure. You guys can probably even hear it as well. Definitely got all that still falling. And like I said, if you guys got any more questions, leave down in the chat. Feel free to do that, as we are gonna just probably won't stay live for too much longer. I think I'm gonna try to at least reach that hour mark on my live stream. Cause like I said, I'm really worried that we may lose power today, especially this afternoon where that freezing rain is gonna begin. So even though we are dealing with heavy snowfall right now, this heavy snowfall is gonna change to freezing rain in a little bit. So definitely quite a messy winter storm, like I said, for a lot of people. And so yeah, we're definitely gonna continue to watch it. But yeah, we still, once again, got some things that we are still continuing to track, including that winter storm. Like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and refresh one of these tabs, so that way they will pull up better. I could probably even exit out with a lot of these tabs as well, because I'm just sitting around, just going to refresh these all. Wow. Looks like, well, once again, we still got those still in effect, including some ice storm warnings still in effect down there towards Illinois, western Kentucky, and as well as southeast Missouri. And we even got those blizzard warnings in effect for northern Missouri, parts there of Kansas City, and as well as those areas even over there in the Kansas. So definitely something to continue to watch for. Like I said, definitely looking quite wild, and we're hoping that things will I mean, I guess come down, because we just don't really want everyone to be in danger. But to say the least, though, we definitely will continue to watch it, you know. So yeah. And if you guys got any more things to leave down in the chat, make sure to leave anything down below. I think we're only gonna be live for like another 15 minutes, because I said I would like to get to that hour point. And if you haven't liked already, make sure to like as well. Let's try to get to around 20 likes on today's live stream, which would be much appreciated if you have not liked the stream already. And of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel, especially so that way we can help spread the message to everyone, and so that way we can continue to grow this channel. So make sure to subscribe if you have not done that already. And yeah, we'll definitely continue to keep you all updated with the latest. My head is kind of itching after being out there. It's kind of itchy head. Like I said, if you guys got anything to leave down in the chat, make sure to leave that. Like I said, we will continue to be live for probably another like 10 minutes. So that way we can, like I said, continue to spread the information out to everyone here on this live stream. And so yeah, make sure to do that if you haven't done that already. And yeah, of course, we'll continue to keep you all updated with the latest, like I said, which would be much appreciated. And if you're just joining, we are currently tracking a winter storm as of right now, currently ongoing across the Midwest and as well as the Ohio Valley, including my neck of the woods, also dealing with some of that winter storm too as well. So make sure to like and as well as subscribe down below if you haven't done that yet, so that way we can help spread the information out to everyone. Kind of woke up early this morning after the heavy snow started, and that's why I'm kind of tired. Kind of tired after looking at all that heavy snowfall this morning. But it's okay, though, for the most part. Let's see here. And like I said, if you guys got anything else to leave down in the chat, feel free to do that. As I said, we are going to continue to stay live for probably another 10 minutes to be exact. So consider doing that if you haven't done that already. And yeah, we'll continue to, like I said, keep you all updated with the latest. But yeah, It looks like we almost reached that hour mark. So, since not a lot of you guys are here, I think we're gonna go ahead and end this live stream. Like I said, make sure to leave a like and as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already, as we will continue to keep you guys updated with the latest. And of course, like I said, make sure to like and as well as subscribe so that way we can spread the information out to everyone here on this channel. And so make sure to do that if you haven't done that already. And yeah, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend. Make sure you guys are taking this seriously so that way you guys can all stay safe out there. And yeah, hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching, and goodbye.